I used to take from a bus stop to a bus stop for like 200 or say 300, but right now it's like 800. I get to even cut it short. I get to trek. I'll trek to a distance before I get to the position where I want to go.
Hungry dey keep people dey go, no nothing dey. Hungry dey worry me sef, my children is supposed to don enter school now, no where, no money.
Like me now, before I always go to studio, but situation now I can't go again anymore based on the stuff. Everything is just hard, as in we are praying to God. May God help everybody.
Before I don't used to trek, due to
We dey hungry.
I don't used to trek before, but due to the present economy, I have to trek a bit before I go enter bus.
So like before, I no bother to chop for house, but now I'll just find something chop for house before I going out. So that chop, if e be say na only that one wey I don chop for house, na I go say carry till night.
Now you want to buy attachment 6,000. The person that will help you to do Ghana weaving will collect another 6,000. That is 12K for making hair. One time hair.
So we are like this now. All we need from this country is prayer.
The Nigerian situation is making a lot of people give up on their hopes and dreams, and most of them regret why they are Nigerians. Even though this seems like a catch-22 situation, there are some people that have decided to make the most out of it by following the saying that goes, when life becomes tough, the tough gets going. Hence, they've adjusted their means of survival. Something they were doing before, they no longer do them, or they've adjusted them to suit them. We'll be talking to people on the streets of Lagos today to hear what they have adjusted, like what they have done that is helping them to survive in this economy. Are there things they were doing before? Have they stopped doing them? Or have they just adjusted so that they can survive in this economy? It's Street Smart on Union Television. And as you know, we go on the streets of Lagos to show our empathy to Lagosians and to Nigerians at large. Come with us as we go into the streets to hear from people what their strategies are in surviving these economic harsh times. My name is Basi Monica Dode. Come with us. So, want to find out from you how you're coping in the economy. Specifically, what are the things that you have stopped doing or you have adjusted that is making you survive in this economy?
Well, I adjusted myself in many ways. Number one, you know how much they are selling beans now. Then you know how much a kg of gas is. Now, I no longer cook with gas anymore. I no longer cook with gas. Once you cook beans with the gas, that is, you cannot use a kg of a gas to cook twice. Once you cook beans with gas. So I no longer cook with gas.
The price of fuel now has made everything so hard, so costly. Like where we normally enter 100 naira before, it's now 200, 300. In this Lagos alone, not 300. So if you're coming from, maybe you're going from the island to the mainland, then you're spending up to 4,000, 5,000, and it's not up to that. It's not up to that before. Going out has stopped. Like going out with friends to buy drinks and all that has stopped. So everybody does have to stay home or go to work, come back home, go to work. That's what we do to save up, so you can be able to have something to save up. So that's it.
When it is only God, when I really come to Lagos, I used to manage to live with my sister, but as I lead the waiting is going on, I started to struggle to hustle on my own. Then I still have one drug. I used to make hair and I used to work on that person. But the two sides, I used to do it so that that is what make me to survive in life.
My adjust for my family, because I just adjust from my expensive for house. So the money I keep, I just dey load the expectation and my money. So to make me come out and go and spend 2,000 per plate, 3,000 naira per plate to eat food, no, I stop that one now. I'm trying to chop for house before I come out for house. So that's why I'm trying to make the thing dey easy for me o.
Okay, ma, is there any other thing you want to tell us again about adjustment?
Now, if you look around, if you look at women these days, you see my hairdo. This is dread.
Okay.
When the price of attachment started coming high, that was when I decided that I don't think I can cope. Now you want to, it was 6,000 then. You cannot even keep it for a month. So that was how I just think I don't think I can continue with this. So that was when I started locking my hair, and it's very very economical to look beautiful. If you want to lock your hair, it's not cost.
Actually, in terms of expense, I've reduced the level at which I spend my money on certain things based on my based on the food aspect. For instance, I remember I usually consume 3 square meal a day, but now I've adjusted to 2 square meal morning and night due to the situation of the Nigerian economy. And as you can see, the fuel scarcity has affected many things in the Nigerian situation due to the fact that many people, they find it difficult to get to their various destinations because of the high cost of fuel.
A lot, but I can say few. The few just only 3. Number one, the money I'm giving them at home is increased more than before. Before I can live like 30, 20, they can able to manage, but now it's plus that money. Like now, the transport when I'm going home is times 3. Like I can eat like 1,000 before, but now I can eat 500 naira. You can see.
But are you still satisfied with that amount of, we don't have to eat too much. Maybe it's a way to help you watch your weight. Maybe, I don't know.
My sister, my Nigeria, I'm not satisfied, but I have to manage. Half is better than at all. If not so, we will have shock us. You can see a lot of people, like I hear that somebody's hanging himself in Lekki because of one thing or another. A lot of people are just collapsed on the road. So you can see. So only that we have to manage what we have now than not at all. That is the only thing. But I believe that God will intervene one day.
With look of things, let's just thank God, because if I just start it from the beginning, because I'm kind of someone that give out people's outside. So, and then from then I give out from widowers and widows, and from I do from on our college. And then from there, and then I start now from this economy, everything has been stopped. Because with the look of thing, I do that from my own pocket. So and I'm not kind of someone that I collect a donation from anybody, but I do that with my own pocket. But from now with everything, so everything have been stopped for now. And those people that have been doing that for, whenever they see me, they ask me, Daddy, Daddy, what's up? Daddy, what's up? But I think everything is going to be better. Let's just be praying that this country should be better for us and should not take anybody's life. So, and then we should just pray for this country that God mercy should just take over of this country. So, because what we are passing through in this country, we are taking a lot of things. Everything is very hard, and everything is just a prayer in this country. So we really need prayer from God.
For you to even apply the food money, it will be very difficult. Likewise, you can see some big man, they have a car at home. They cannot bring their car outside. They cannot bring their car. And again, you will see some people that they are selling market where they are communicated before. But now, their market is low.
The food we eat, you get, just have to make sure it doesn't actually exceed a particular amount per day. Do you understand? So I think those are the main adjustments for me.
I don't eat 3 square meals again. Like I trek a certain amount of distance, so I can reduce the cost of transport fare.
I'm adjusting a lot. Oh, I'm adjusting a lot because right now my family is there. Before I used to visit my family maybe maybe 2 weeks in 1 month, 2 days in 1 month. But now I can't even visit my family again. Well, I call them, I send money to them, but I can't even visit them because I know the money of transport nowadays is causing issue.
Well, as a family man, the major thing is to take care of the family. I have children and I have wife, so the core thing is food. And but some things I would say that I caught, not even that I decided to, cut, but the present condition of the first one to go into like that, like food. Normally, children can eat anyhow they want it. You have yam, you have rice, you adjust it for them. But now it's no more like that. Before you can buy even a piece of yam, the price is too much. You can't even see beans. So you have to force the children to take whatever they see. So the thing the condition adjusted itself automatically, the way that it's very heavy, for someone, but there's nothing you can do. You keep forcing yourself going through that very way. And another thing is that sometimes I used to visit friends, go out, drive my car out and everything. But right now, I no more. I don't do that because I don't see fuel, to drive my car. It's a lot of expense to drive my car. So I don't go and visit friends, adjusted, so that's just it. It's something that you force yourself to go through that lane, but though you don't want to go it. It's painful, but there's nothing we can do apart from going through that way.
Basically feeding. Feeding. There's no more 3 meals in a day. Sometimes twice. Sometimes you adjust the time. If you eat in the morning by say 9, you move it to like 12, so that you don't feel hungry till probably in the evening or so. Apart from that, hair making. Yeah, these days I try as much as possible to wear scarves when my hair is rough. So just to adjust with money spending and all. Well, apart from that, yeah, the economy is not favorable, but we're surviving.
This present economy is very tough. For we to sustain is hard for us. Even and eating, we feed 4 times in a day at times, but now it's difficult to even see one to feed. Even without crayfish, red oil or maggi, we use it to eat just to sustain because of difficult situation.
We now eat 101 the morning. If you eat morning you might not eat afternoon, you might take night then not eat the next morning. That's how we now survive now. The economy is very hard now, very very hard.
A lot of self-care that I would usually go out to do, like my hair. This one I'm carrying, I did it myself just to cut costs. There's been a lot of trekking to reduce cost of transportation as well. Clothes buying, buying a lot of necessities for yourselves like clothes, shoes, a lot of it has reduced. So yeah, just cut down a lot of personal expenses. Yeah.
So I just adjusted to selling phones, like meeting people demand. People, even when you, no matter how broke you are, you will still have to buy phone for yourself. So I just decided that, okay, let me meet people, let me meet their demand. I sell phone, come and buy, then my own commission will be on it, even if it is just 5,000, 10,000 naira. And that has been helping me a lot. I've been doing that since last year, and now I can tell you that God is faithful.
So don't you think that the economy has taught you economics?
Nice cost oh, it has oh. Because in this economy right now, the way the economy is, it actually makes people to know how to let me say manage finance. Because previous times, you have a lot of funds, you can go out, buy things, but right now you have to minimize the way you spend.
What about people that they have died with the inconvenience? What of the people that they have gone? Some people are sick at home. They don't get money to be in hospital. When you get to hospital, you see many people there. They are just sitting down in outside because doctor cannot operate them because they have no money.
I believe it's actually when the present generation of leaders face away and we have new crops of leaders. Okay, that's when we are actually going to be seeing uh, a real generational change you get in Nigeria. All right. So I think it's actually a fundamental problem. Once these leaders go, okay, and we have new leaders that are more educated and all that. I think that's when Nigeria can actually have this sustainable development that we all crave for.
Then now you want to prepare a pot of soup. Maybe you want to prepare stew. You want to put turkey, chicken, all that one. They are no longer in necessary. They are no longer necessary. You know how much they are selling a kg of turkey. Even if you want to buy meat in the market, is something else. So once you just gather vegetable, and you know it's nutrient, vitamins for the body to work. So we base ourselves on vegetable. On vegetable, you know, pepper is costly. When you join everything together, you can still have nourishment in your body. So we are just in so many ways. Then you know everything is costly. So as per that one, then the children going to school, you know, children snacks, all those things, we adjust ourselves in all those things. At times, sometimes ago, the children will cry if they are going to school, mommy, I want to buy snacks. There's no once you've eaten and you are giving food, it's okay. So that is how we have been roughing it all along. Shey you understand? So no extravagancy again, no spending lavishly anymore. So that is.
Now I dey sell this small small market, now we dey take dey hold ourselves small small, but no gain nothing. No say to keep money like this, say keep am for somewhere. Person go be like say person dey beggy before person eat sometime. If you call your brother, say he go say their own self dey their body. So the thing be.
Like I said, a lot of people are giving up on this leadership. You get, so that's why you see most people traveling out and all that. Okay, so I don't think it's just a problem that can be resolved within just a month or even a year. You get, most likely it could actually take time, but we hope for the best anyway. You understand?
To eat sef na wahala. Garri 4-5, rice before 1-1, 110, beans 2002. People who will get like 5 children, why we go buy like that? Nothing, 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 nothing.
There's no money. Like you see now, fuel. Omo, no be small thing o. Fuel has gone up, everything. Omo, even to save sef is problem because of there is no money. Before you get money sef, omo, you go sweat.
There are many things going on in our country now, but we are just praying to God to help everybody. But now,
Yes,
For the children now, like the children that they used to go to school with snacks before and they don't now. The school system has not changed. They still have break time for snacks and break time for food. So how do you train your children to cope during that time where every child will be eating their snacks during that a particular time?
I'm a school coordinator. As it applies to my children, so other children. So all those snacks has reduced. It has reduced in the school, not only in my home. It has reduced in the school. So parents are no longer doing all those things again.
Cost of living has increased. So if I was able to save then on the same salary, now I've had to pay more for those things I usually get for lesser then. So I don't think I've been able to save more.
If I calculate the money that I'm supposed to use to buy unnecessary things, I will save it up to buy something that I know that okay, I'm like it's a pressing need for me. Do you get? When you were eating in fast food, right? You were getting what you wanted, like the kind of thing you like to eat. So now that you're eating in the house, are you still getting the kind of things you like to eat? No, actually, though. But you know, with the situation of this country, you know, you have to cut costs. So, that's it.
Discipline. To some parts, I would say yes, discipline, but it's too much because the cost of things are too expensive. So I would say discipline to some extent, but if I look at it from another angle, it's let's say wickedness because of the cost of fuel and everything. So it's a two-way thing, discipline and wickedness.
Yeah, now it's a form of discipline now. Yeah, now I understand you. Because people that have enough money or much money, they will try to adjust it because they won't spend it finish.
It's not all about. That's why I said the adjustment is a little bit not that what we decided. It's not being disciplined at all. But this one has gone off. To being disciplined. I know that we do make waste. When things are plenty, but the rate of the problem, the high cost of things, it has exceeded what one would say. Okay, I just want to make. I don't know. So that is not a matter of discipline someone. No, I can equally see it as a punishment instead of discipline.
Thank you very much.
So I want to say something. So don't you think that this situation has made people to be more disciplined? Like looking at your example where you said you used to eat 3 times before and now you eat 2 times. So you eat 2 times and you're satisfied now. And you were eating 3 times before you were still satisfied. So don't you think that it has even helped you to be more disciplined and to even cut down costs? Is it like is it because of just the economic situation, or you feel that it's actually a good thing for you even?
Actually, it's the situation of the Nigerian economy, one, and two, is a good thing because it helped me to enable how to manage myself.
Yeah, I think so. It actually does. Instead of wasting your money on unnecessary things, now it's making you more prudent in spending. So I think it does. Actually, I see it as a phase of life. After this, we are hoping that things will get better and we can learn from our past sufferings and all. That's it.
Okay, so don't you think that the situation is rather teaching us to look deeply now? Like you mentioned vegetable. Before now, maybe you are not a regular eater of vegetable. But because of the situation, you are now eating it and you are not seeing that it's giving you nutrients. So don't you think that this situation is good to make people sit down and begin to see things that they were not seeing before? Good things. Don't you think so?
Yeah, yeah. It makes people to even reason. Make people to reason more than before. Yes, because if you have some not much money on you, you know how to manage it. Sure, you understand. You know how to manage it. That will be useful for you. The thing that will be useful for you, you manage the small amount of money you have. So it teaches us a lot of things to be modest in all what we are doing. So teaches us and it's an eye opener.
As human being now, because the basic things now is food, shelter, transportation. So and those are the things that are very much expensive now. So you just have to just adjust and just know how to balance everything together just to survive.
I think so. I actually agree. Discipline with our finances. Yeah, it has. Yeah.
It's good. I like it. Indirectly, I like it. There is things that this thing is showing us that man cannot live. It's not because we feed that we live. We live without feeding because of God. We survive by the grace of God.
Discipline, is it discipline? Should we say discipline, or we are going through hell now? We're trying to survive. Everybody is trying to survive now. There is difference between poverty and surviving. Now we are trying to survive. Now everybody wants to survive. That's just it. It's not discipline. It's about being surviving just to survive now.
As a salary earner, when you look at all these things, you ask yourself what will be your gain. And at the end of the day, you have to adjust your level of expense in terms of food, as a female, in terms of your clothing, expenses concerning yourself. Definitely, when you adjust all these things, I believe we can flow with the situation of the Nigerian economy. But not everybody likes it now. Because from my own point of view, I realize that many people has been affected in such a way that majority of them go around the street begging for money in order to buy food to survive.
Of course. Yeah, in fact, I used to see so many people. People will enter bike before. If we are in Lagos along now. Maybe you are going to cement. Some people will enter bike before. But now people are trekking. That's an adjustment too. So it has really taught a lot of people lesson to adjust to this present economy. You don't have to spend on something that is not necessary. When a bike man is charging you 1,000 naira to go to cement, whereas even if you are working, you are not spending up to 15 minutes. So that's an adjustment. It has really taught a lot of people lesson. And I think this present economy, we are not enjoying it though. We are not enjoying it, but at least it's teaching us how to manage, not, how to not mismanage our money.
Like I said, any situation you find yourself, you should always find a way to adjust. Do you get? But then again, there are some things that are not really necessary for us to adjust in.
I'm not suffering actually. I should call it survivor. I should call it exercise, but it's not really helping. It's really hard. It's really hard out there. Really, really hard. Taught me a lot of lesson, but this day I get to go to work very, very late. Late because I get to trek before I get to the position I want to take the cab or the keke to where I want to go to. It's really, really hard. Nah, don't save. The cost of living is high. Don't save. Let me say the truth. See, the savings gets to help me now. What I save tomorrow will help me live my life today. Like, saving is really hard. It's really hard.
I don't see it as suffering. Yeah, I don't see it as suffering. I see it as a side, one of the sides. I felt like, no, it's somehow fun. To me, I see it as fun. Like, let me just exercise, do some things. Because sometimes I don't have the time to, let me be early in the morning, I don't have the time to do road jogging in the morning. So I will use the opportunity. Let me just walk.
So I adjusted myself in not spending on anything that is not necessary. I invested in myself. That's what is helping me in this present economy.
Listening to all these reactions from Nigerians leaves my mouth bushy bait, like to really see that Nigerians are very resilient people. So I will call these adaptability strategies or survival strategies. So if people cannot come out with how to survive or adjust, they tend to become burdens to people. That's why you see that you should just cut your coat according to your size. Yes, and I've also learned something today that you may not really know that you can survive when there is no abundance. So you heard a lot of people, like one of the women that said that she no longer eats three times a day. She eats 2 times. And then before now, one will be feeling like, oh, I can't survive. I can't eat twice and I'll be okay. But now in this economy, the economy has taught us to know that we can actually survive. It has even shown us our inner strength. Like, oh, you can survive this economy eating 2 times a day. And then some luxuries that we do before. You heard of someone that talked about going to the fast food to eat. But now the Nigerian situation has taught her not to go to the fast food to eat, but to cook her food and eat. You also heard of the other woman that came up with a very hilarious but important strategy of not cooking her beans with gas. Have you made your own adjustments? Are you still living the way you are living? Well, it's possible that some people are not really touched by these biting effects of the economy, and so they could just be doing the things they've been doing before, right? Well, I just think that for the most part of Nigerians that are finding it very hard to survive, I think you should just adjust. So if you don't want to make your hair as a lady, you don't want to use attachment, you could just go on Diddy or on Dread, or just keep repeating your wigs. At the end, they are your wigs, they are not mine, right? They are your wigs. Or if you cannot afford snacks for your kids, talking about parents now, you could just give them food and then talk to them and let them understand. So because children are also in this economy and a lot of them understand what is going on. The economic situation has taught us more about economics. Until I come your way next time on another episode of Street Smarts on Union Television, keep watching all our shows across all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, X, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel. And after subscribing, don't forget to turn on your notification bell and press all so that you can get a lot of more infotainment gist on Street Smart on Union Television. My name remains Basi Monica Dodeye. Until I come your way next time, I'm signing out.